Hey everybody, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new tarot reading for you. This is, like I said, this is going to be your standard tarot reading for the week. So if you're interested in seeing more from me, go ahead and tuck in and get comfortable. If you have snacks and a comforting beverage close to you, tuck in. We're going to get to some cards today. Before I do, I want to get some housekeeping things out of the way. First and foremost, I am actually going to be traveling in the month of September, which means I'm not going to be able to be on my computer checking emails and things like that. I am going to be pre-filming some videos for you guys just in case you want to come back, just in case you want to continue seeing these videos. I will not have my standard vlog for the week, and that's just where I sit and talk in the camera for however long it takes me to get my thoughts out. Suffice it to say, my activity will be a little bit lower in the month of September because I won't be in town. But again, I will have tarot reading videos scheduled and ready to go for you guys, so you won't be without anything. I also mentioned that in advance because while I realize I have a month left before I leave, it's gonna go quick, so just hang in there with me. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I am taking tarot readings at this time. I have 2 slots available until I leave for France, because I will be closing commissions while I'm away, and there'll be some things you can do if you want to get in touch with me about tarot readings. Just bear with me, I'm still figuring out how to get that out there for you guys. Disclaimer, I mentioned the tarot readings, but they are optional. It's no obligation to, if you're interested, if you like what you see in this video and would like a private reading, I'm here to help you in that way if you are interested. I think I mentioned liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell button. Again, if you like what you see, it lets me know that I'm on the right track with my content, and to make more of it in this way. But I have also included links to my website and my social media, so if you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you totally can. So, let's get into some cards. I'm going to be using a number of decks by Colette and Reid, and you will see those in a moment. Also, everything will be listed in the description, so you'll have a list of my sources in case you want to add them to your collection. But the deck I'm going to start with first is the Work Your Light Oracle by Campbell. This is going to be for our morning motivational content. And if you've never seen a reading done with me before, I generally like to pull cards out of the middle of the deck, and that's these cards right in here, but I also like to look at the bottom and the top cards on the pile just to get some hidden energy and some clarifying energy. So let's see what our cards have in store for us this morning. First card we have is the Pleiades. I understand this to be a star system I feel like is relatively close to us. If you know differently, please fact check me in the description. But this is talking about having a double mission, and that is channeling and uplifting humanity. Get that in frame for you so you can see it. So I think what I'm getting first off, is that you really feel the need to help people. You're a helper. You want to be in service to your fellow man. And this is a beautiful sentiment. This is a very, very kind, giving, loving energy. Immediately I get like food service or like cashiers. Immediately went to Targets. If you don't have that store chain in your area, this is, yeah, it's a store basically. Cashiers, or the point is that you have a job where you're considered a public servant in some way. And I think what this does, I think, at least in terms of physical care, is that it helps people. You're a helper, you're a people pleaser. Maybe not the best. It's maybe not the best because perhaps you go to the extreme with that. I'm that way too. I'm all of a sudden tongue-tied in this. Because I think for me, getting this card, it's a little bit triggering. Because I'm the same way. I'm a people pleaser. I like helping people. If my ideal job ever comes where I have to be out of the home to go do it, my ideal job would be a public servant of some kind. And ideally working retail. I don't think there's any shame in mentioning that. But you're a helper, and I think also having a deeply empathetic or highly sensitive nature also helps in this regard as well. So let's see what our other cards turn out to be, and let's see how we can help this story progress. I do also want to mention that this reading is for you if any of this resonates. So much the better, but please leave what doesn't resonate with this reading. So let's shuffle. I'm feeling that we're going to do a bunch of 3-card pulls, at least for the decks we're using. So hang in there with me. This was our first middle card. So we're going to go into our hidden energy and our clarifying energy at this time. So for our hidden energy, we have the starseed. Okay, what lights you up? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What is your soul's deepest and most powerful desire? Okay, we have the Pleiades. This is a starseed. This is a star system. We have the starseed. What lights you up? I just answered the question, because what did I say about this card before? You like helping people. This helping people is what gets you out of bed in the morning, I think. Now, there are ways of protecting your energy and being present, especially if you're like me, that gets drained very easily from trying to be in that energy a lot, absorbing all of that energy. I don't know where to go from here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because we have starseed, we have the card for Pleiades. I'm not sure how to put this together. Clarifying energy is the soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. You might be a highly sensitive person, and you might feel very, very called to action to help a lot of people. However, if you are introverted, like I just said, in my case, I get very drained from absorbing all of this energy and not knowing what to do with it. you have to also realize that you're not a monolith. You are not a robot. You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to process your issues alone. Okay, you have supporters and very helpful energies around you. You know, whether you call it universe or spirit, divine helpers, angels, whatever you call this energy, it is around you and it is for you to make use of if you need to do so. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so there's your soul family. Again, I don't know where to go with that, because that is kind of speaking to me, because I did a little bit of research, and it feels to me that you don't have to believe in star seeds or soul travel, what have you, but you know, in thinking about it, there might be some suggestion to me that I have, or that I have some tendency of thinking that I'm a Pleiadian starseed. I need to do more research into that. So if you know where to look at that, please let me know. Again, you're a helpful person and you like helping people, but you also need to know that helping yourself is going to work out in your favor as well. Wow, this reading took a turn that I was not expecting. We're going to go into the Enchanted map by Colette Reid. This is the first of our decks by Colette Reid. So the first card that we have is Come Together. Okay, so again, this might be calling back the card for your soul family. Again, like I mentioned, you are not monolithic. You're not alone. You're not, you might be standing in your power, and that might be very empowering to you to say, yes, you can face your issues head on, but it doesn't mean that you are completely alone, because a lot of what you're experiencing might be very overwhelming. It might have a lot coming at you at once. But again, maybe bringing in a team to help you is going to benefit you right now. Again, because you're not alone. You're not alone. It's time to come together with your soul tribe and make sure that you are safe and protected and have a means of coming through. I'm going to leave that there. Here's the first card out of the Enchanted map. Let's see what we have in terms of our clarifying energy and our hidden energy. I'm going to start with the clarifying energy. Just kidding. Hidden energy. We have sad embrace. Immediately, I'm getting the thought of let go. Just let go. It's easier said than done. And I think you're holding on to a lot of pain and suffering that might not be the most necessary right now. It isn't, everybody goes through bad times, everybody goes through hard times. I think it's natural to feel overwhelmed at some point in your life, but you can't keep holding on to that, okay? It's not going to benefit you to continually flagellate yourself. I laugh at that, and I apologize if that offended anybody, but the point that I'm trying to make is you can't punish yourself for things that have happened to you in the past, especially if they weren't your fault. Okay, and I say it that way because yes, you may have had a situation where you did find yourself at fault for something, and maybe you felt so bad and the world around you looked dark and sad because of the choices you've made. However, sometimes you have to let it go. Yeah, it has to be what it will be. I don't know what that situation looks like, and you might be thinking, well, that's way easier said than done. Letting go is hard, especially if we've created a comfort zone around the things we need to let go of. That's calling me out too, okay? And I'll tell you why after I finish my thought here. But the point is, you're holding on to something that isn't serving you, it isn't benefiting you, and you're not seeing what's ahead of you because you're crying into your knees, you're crying into you're not looking up. All you're seeing is this little frame of you're not seeing the bigger picture in this either. And, this is making you feel small and belittled and afraid, maybe. But you have a lot ahead of you. And I think you need to take a minute to look around and see what's coming. As I have a feeling things are going to be really, really beautiful and amazing for you when you do. So here's a card for Sad Embrace. This was our hidden energy. So our clarifying energy is the talisman. To me, talismans are signs, and they are, let's see. Okay. Yeah, to me they're kind of markers along the way. I'm thinking like the major arcana cards in a standard tarot. You have guides. You have marks along your path. I think it's even sort of borne out in the symbolism in the card that you have what I'm taking to be a compass. You have a guide. I can't discern that creature. Again, I'm getting energies of support and calling in your soul tribe to help you maybe get off the path a little bit, because maybe this is your sign that your current energy, the current path you're on is not working, and it's draining you, it's making you sad, it's making you feel gross, unlike yourself. And you know what your personhood looks like and feels like to you, right? Maybe it's being tested because this person is stepping off the right path. But if you'll also notice, they're stepping off the path, but if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it, but that's a yin and yang symbol down there. And what that means to me is that yes, things are constantly fluctuating and changing, but there's a balance that's also struck here. Because, I feel that this character is a trailblazer. And if you're resonating with that card, you have the energy and the power and the strength to do the same for yourself. And I think this should be taken as your sign to blaze your own trail. Don't people please as much as you try and do. Please know that you're a complete person and you're not alone. You're not alone. Here's your sign. Go blaze your trail. So that is the That is the clarifying energy. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So we're going to move into our Spirit Animal Oracle. Again, Colette and Reid. We're going to see how we can continue the story of this talisman, but we're also hopefully going to get some messages from our animal spirits, what beautiful little soul we are resonating with this out of this deck. So let's see what we come up with. So the first card I have for you is the Dove Spirit. And this is talking about being peaceful, being in a state of such peace and beauty, and having the will and the desire to know, again, be peace, right? This is braving the storm. This is standing in peace, even though the waters are rough around you. Okay, let's go with that. This is calling for you to find your inner peace and your inner rest. Again, because you are safe. You are absolutely safe to do so, and you are not alone. Okay, let's leave it there. Okay, first card we have Dove. I'm feeling a lot of energy coming in right now that's suggesting like chaotic energy, and I don't know if that's personally coming from me or from just the general reading, but I'm gonna go back to that. You're not alone, right? You have a lot of beautiful, loving, giving energy, right? But giving too much all of the time is going to drain you. It's going to make you feel gross and icky, and you might make some bad choices along the way, but there's a way to move forward from that. So anyway, we have this first card out of the middle. That was the Dove. So the hidden energy here is the Rabbit Spirit. And this is saying now is a lucky time to go do that thing you've always wanted to do. We have the talisman, and I interpreted that card as go blaze your own trail. There's your sign. If you're looking for a sign to go do the dang thing, here it is. Okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. I keep coming back to that message because I feel like a lot of people need to hear it right now. Okay? Things have, especially in my area, things have gone back to masking and mandating and things like that. So it's been a challenge that hasn't felt like a challenge, if that makes any sense. But now is a lucky time to go do the thing because you have what it takes already. So here's our hidden energy. Here we have the Rabbit Spirit. We have the Stag Spirit. And again, it's telling you take the lead. Take the lead in your own life. You've done enough. You do enough for everybody else. What are you doing enough for yourself? What are you doing for yourself? Okay. Take the lead in your own life, because what are you going to do when your cup's empty? You can't give on an empty cup. And again, you're not alone. I'm going to probably say that 1,000,000 times more in this reading. Yeah, go do it. Go do it. Okay, so that was the Spirit Animal Oracle. we're finally going to get into our tarot cards. So let me put that away real quick. We have, to start our tarot reading, we are going to use the Good Tarot. Guess who it's by? And we're going to see how we can help our situation. What's the continuation of our story? What can we do to take the lead in our own lives and blaze the trail we know we need to go on. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to do a 5-card pull out of this because I feel like I have a little bit of time to do so, and we shall see what comes from this reading. So the first card I want to see is the Queen of Air. So we have the Queen of Swords, and I always interpret this card as someone who is very kind, nurturing, very wise, and you know, maybe their energy is very beautiful. You know, they are nurturing and kind and caring. The queens are kind of that mother. They're very mothering, though in this case, this person is observant and they're protective. Okay, I get there because air is associated with swords with intelligence and things like that. Another element of this might be that you are taking care of yourself in terms of your mental health, which I think resonates with the other cards because you know, you've drained yourself, you made yourself sad, but now it's time to rest and replenish and come back to the journey. So yeah, Queen of Air, nurture yourself, protect your energy, observe, and stay back if you can. But you know, don't stay too far back that you don't get in there and participate either. So there's your Queen of Air. We also have the Magician. Oh yeah, you have what it takes to make your magic. Ooh, tingles. Okay. So you know you can make your magic. You have what it takes to manifest your dreams. Holy moly. Okay. Blaze your trail. Go for that thing. You got it. Clearly, you got it because you have the Magician coming out. Okay. Again, a lot of energy that I'm liking working together here. You can manifest those things in your reality. You just gotta go for it. So, easier said than done, I realize, but you know what the process is going to look like for you. So hang in there because you have what it takes to do the thing. So that is the Magician. The third card, we also have the Five of Water. So the Five of Cups, again, is another card that talks about disappointment and sadness. Except that I think there's a positive spin in this card, and I'll tell you why. Because the Five of Water is associated with cups, and the Five of Cups in a typical depiction of the tarot shows that the character depicted on the card has toppled 3 of their cups. Here's a secret for you. You still have 2 cups. Do you have 2 hands? If so, you can still pick up those cups. And even if you're not, I don't know why I put it there. I apologize. You can still pick up and go, is the point I'm trying to make. Because, in a typical depiction, or what I understand to be a typical depiction of the Five of Cups, there's often something in the background. And the character, the person, the character depicted on the card doesn't see that. Look up. Look up. Forget that sad embrace card for a minute here and look up at what you have ahead of you. Because it's so good. It's so good. I'm excited to see what that brings for you, honey. Look up and move on, because you can. You know you hecking know that you can. You absolute magnificent human being. You are magical. And don't you dare forget it. Because this energy, it ain't shit. What is this? What is this? Do you still have 2 cups? If the answer is yes, then you can do the damn thing. Okay? So there's the 5 of water. Okay, we're going to shuffle again really quickly and see our hidden energy and our clarifying energy. And after that, I'm going to call it quits because this video is already long enough. So let us see what we have in store. Okay, all right, we have the Ace of Water. I'm going to treat this card kind of fell out of the deck, so I'm going to treat this as our hidden energy. We have an opportunity to grow emotionally, to maybe expand our emotional intelligence and to understand who we are, what we feel, and why we feel the things we do. That's at least my understanding of how emotional intelligence is. At least that's the way it is for me. But there's an opportunity here to start that process, no matter how difficult that might end up being for you. Yeah, don't lose the opportunity to grow. I might come back and clarify this really quickly, so let's hold on to this. Or at least there's another card on top of the card I'm going to pull next, which is our hidden energy, clarifying energy. Why am I mixing them up? Maybe I'm excited, but we have the Fool card. Again with the new opportunities. You know, again with the new opportunities, we are in a period of fluctuation and change. Sorry, there was a bug on me. Again, we have a lot of change coming to us, and you know, this is new energy for us. So of course we're going to feel nervous and scared and potentially uncomfortable, and that's okay. All right? So long as we know that we're not alone to experience this and we have help along the way. I like that I said that, because again, in a typical depiction of the Fool card, the character has an animal or a guide of some kind with them. And yeah, even though it's not depicted in this card or in the way this card is presented, please know that you're not alone. There's new things coming to you. Just look up. Know that you can move on from your disappointments. And, you know, I'd say the future is looking pretty dang bright. Okay, so I'm going to close this reading off here. Thank you for bearing with me, however long this reading has gone for. Again, if you like what you see in the video, go ahead and click all the buttons, all of my contact information, and my credits, at least for what I've used in terms of decks, are all listed in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.